Okay, this video is going to be about point-slope form. So we've talked in other videos about slope-intercept form, and you might remember that one from your math class, y equals mx plus b. This is point-slope form. It is y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1 in parentheses. So this is just another way that you might see equations written or be asked to write equations for linear functions. So, one way you might see this is you might be given several ordered pairs. Sorry, not several, but an ordered pair and a slope. So let's say that I tell you that there is a line that goes through the point 2, 4, and that line also has a slope of 1/3. And I want you to write the equation in point-slope form for that line. So what we can do is we're going to take this ordered pair, this 2 and 4, that's going to go in for the x1 and the y1, and then the slope is going to go in for m. So if I plug all of those things in, this is going to be y minus y1, which we can see is 4, equals the m, which we know is 1/3, times x minus the x of 1, which is 2. And so that would be my equation in point-slope form. Y minus 4 equals 1/3 times x minus 2. And that's all you have to do with it. So let's do another one like that. So let's say I tell you your ordered pair is -3, 5, and your slope is 2/7. So again, this ordered pair is going to be our x1 and y1. So this will be y minus 5 equals 2/7 times x minus a negative, so that's going to be plus 3. So y minus 5 equals 2/7 times x plus 3. Or one more, your ordered pair is 2, -1 with a slope of 3. Our ordered pair will give us our x1 and y1. So this would be y minus a -1, so that's going to make it plus 1, equals 3 times x minus 2. So that's how you would write the equation in point-slope form. Now let's say that instead of that, I asked you to find the point and the slope. So if my equation was y minus 4 equals 2 times x minus 3, and I need you to be able to pull that information out of that problem. So if we go ahead and write our point-slope form above this, that might help you recognize what you're trying to take out here. So your ordered pair would be 3, 4, because we always write the x and then the y in an ordered pair. And then my slope would be 2. Okay, so let's try that one more time. So if I gave you this equation, y plus 1 equals 1/2 times x minus 5. My ordered pair is going to be 5, -1, because this is y minus 1. So the only way we'd have it as y minus is if it was y minus a -1. That's how we came up with plus 1. And then my slope would be the 1/2. Okay. Now the reason you might be able to do that is because you might be asked to graph an equation. So let's say that means you'd need to be able to look at the equation and decide what the slope is, what the slope is, and what the ordered pair is, so that you could graph. Alright, so let's take that equation that we looked at before and let's try and graph it. So here was our equation, y minus 4 equals 2 times x minus 3. So looking at this equation, my ordered pair would be 3, 4, and I'm going to have a slope that is 2, or 2/1 if I write it so that I can see my rise and my run. So I'm going to put this on a graph. So here's my x and y axis. And so if we were graphing in slope-intercept form, the first thing we would do is we'd graph our y-intercept. But since we're using a different form, I'm going to start with the ordered pair that I know. So I'm going to put a point at 3, 4. I'm going to use my slope to count from here. So we're going to go up 2 and right 1. I don't have much more room that direction though, so I'm going to go down 2 and left 1 a couple times, and then we will draw our line through those points. So that's how you would graph from point slope form. You would start with the ordered pair that you know and count your slope from there. We were going to graph